Circomedia has been going for just over 30 years. We started in 1984. When we started, we were called Full Time, and we were the first full-time circus school in the UK. There were a few circus schools going on in Europe at the time, but circus was very much a closed community, and if you weren't born into the circus, or if you didn't run away and join the circus, then you had no hope of learning those skills. So what our founder Bim Mason and several of his colleagues and other teachers did was they established Full Time as the UK's first full-time circus school, teaching mostly physical theatre, clowning, juggling and equilibristics, a little bit of acrobatics. Aerial came a little bit later with the introduction of an aerial teacher called Helen Crocker. There was no funding for this kind of education at the time, so students who were at Full Time, they were paying privately. There was no support from the government. There was nothing from the Arts Council. At the time, the Arts Council didn't consider circus or physical theatre to actually be an art form, so it was not funded. Full Time really struggled financially with not having any support from the government or education bodies. It was then reborn as Circomedia in 1994, and ever since then it's grown from strength to strength. In the year 2000 we were awarded our first pot of money from the Arts Council, and since then we've gone on to work in partnership with Bath Spa University on our degree programme and Western College with our BTEC programme. Circomedia has a number of different strings to its bow, as well as our full-time courses, which are our 3-year degree programme, a 1-year Masters in Directing Circus and a 2-year extended diploma BTEC. We also have a youth circus currently with over 300 young people in attendance. We've got adult classes as well as a rich performance programme of performances and shows that we have down at our Portland Square City Centre venue. We also have an events team and an outreach team doing some really good work trying to get people to come in and work with us. We hold parties and weddings and events here as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we do and we're very, very busy.
I'm Kaya Thomas, I'm 17 years old, I'm on Circomedia's BTEC course, first year.
Hello, my name's Pawani, I'm 16 and I'm on the first year BTEC.
I'm Kat, I'm 17 and I'm the first year BTEC at Circomedia.
My name's Julian, I'm 19 years old. I am a transgender man.
I'm Beth, I'm 18, I'm on the BTEC at Circomedia.
My name's Marcus, I'm 18 years old and I'm a second year BTEC.
I mean, Circomedia advertises themselves as a physical theatre and circus school, and I was very drawn to the physical theatre aspect. Having never done circus in my life, I was like, it'll be fine, I'll just learn it on the way, which has proved a lot harder than I thought, but it's very fun.
Because I really love circus and I'm a gymnast and thought it'd be really cool to do other things.
Well, I've always had an interest in circus and performing arts, and I did the youth circus before I came here, and then I found out about the BTEC through that, and then like a couple of years ago I decided I want to do circus, so like I've been planning to come here for a long time.
I wanted to come to Circomedia because I love circus and that's all I've ever really wanted to do.
So I was a dancer before I'd done any form of circus, and I was looking for something to do after my GCSEs, and I was really into breakdance and flips and things like that, and I had a friend who'd gone to Circomedia and studied on the BTEC, so I looked into it and I looked into all the other courses, and this just seemed like the most appealing place.
It's the closest circus course to my house and it's the easiest to get to, plus I wanted to do circus in general.
Probably acro, because the brown be carried off, and because I'm a flyer, just get lifted around and thrown, which is quite fun.
silks or acrobalance. Silks I've been doing for years, but I really enjoy them because they seem to be one of the hardest equipment. Acrobalance is more challenging because you're working with more people and you have to trust one another.
Hand balancing, because for me it gives me a lot of control over what I'm doing, and like I enjoy it because you just spend hours practicing it over and over and over again until you get like to build up like the layers that you need to progress in things.
See, I've got an annoying habit of doing loads of different things at once. I say doubles acro because it tests not what you can do with just one person on stage, but the limit to where you can push two. And adding 2 times everything means the choreography can be infinitely more intricate. Sear wheel's good fun because it just looks cool. Realistically, it's something people haven't seen. And so when you put it on stage and you mix it with whatever style you have, so for me that's a dance style, people are blown away no matter how simple it is. I like juggling. It's so intricate and so complicated that it's all different. No 2 people will make the same trick. And so finding your own individuality with that is exciting. Yeah, one of those 3, I reckon, is probably my favourite.
Probably manipulation and equilibristics are my favourite because I like to juggle and unicycle.
I'd say I'm still quite new to all of them, so there's not one that I am like best at, but I do quite like trapeze. I like rope and Diablo. Well, I think literally everything I've learned here has been unexpected. I didn't even know Spanish web was a thing, and it's so cool. Like, you're just whipping around in the air, holding onto a rope by a little piece of fabric, and you're not going anywhere. Like, you're actually like safe. And there's so many different acrobatic aerial manipulation things that I didn't even know existed, and it's also interesting to learn about and see.
Unexpected. Aerial, like I came in here not really expecting to do much aerial, and then I've done lots of aerial, so that was kind of like I've started enjoying aerial, which was quite unexpected.
I've learned a lot about how different people work. So I come from a really small town where nothing much happens and there's no public transport past 6 o'clock. And then I moved here where there's people from all sorts of walks of life, and the way they would approach a day is different to how I would. It's really interesting seeing what runs through people's mind under certain situations, like how someone will choreograph a piece based on their background, or how someone will approach a task like renting a house.
Definitely movement. I didn't think I'd get to learn the different types of movement, but I really enjoy it. And it's really good to put into routines, and it really helps with character work, which I didn't expect.
I like dancing. Like, I've never really done dance before, so it's quite fun.
For the most part, really good. Like, all the teachers are really understanding. They're really good at helping you understand what they're teaching, and like getting you to participate in things and supporting you when you struggle with stuff.
Some are better than others because I'm not that interested in like aerial and acro, but the other stuff.
As someone who hasn't done circus before, I can't say how advanced the lessons are, because for me, they're great. Because it's like teaching me the basics, which is what I need to know. There is only so far you can go without having the basics. That it is difficult to then teach upon that.
The teaching's good. The teachers are really helpful, and if you're struggling, they make sure you can do it or join in. Lessons are enjoyable. You learn some skills, Sometimes we've done them before, but you can like make it your own style.
I really like the teaching style here. I think it's more relaxed. It's not like sit down and listen. I think you're allowed to contribute by yourself. I think the teachers are very friendly, which is good because a lot of the people that are drawn to the circus world are people who didn't fit in with the standard school system. And so I think bringing the course away from that a bit was definitely a step in the right direction, at least. The lessons are good. I think for the little time we have and the little spaces we get as a BTEC, they always manage to timetable it well so we learn a fair amount of everything, which is what this course is trying to get you to do. It's not making you brilliant at one thing, it's making you a generally good performer. I think they succeed at that.
Probably my manipulation piece, because I don't really do manipulation, but like I intertwined it with like gymnastics and hula hoop, which is pretty cool. Learned some stuff on the internet, so came out looking really good.
I think my last aerial routine, I think I was really proud of that, because like we both put a lot of work into it, because it was a doubles routine, and like we spent a lot of time practicing it and coming up with the ideas for it.
I was actually really proud of the Easter show that we did. I created a aerial rope / physical theatre piece by myself, which was very out of my comfort zone. And it's something that I didn't believe I could do. So I'm very proud that I've done it and that I've come out the other side of it.
At the moment, I'm enjoying the acro piece I perform with my partner Harry, because it's sort of the best of both of our choreographic abilities, and it showcases all our best moves, and I'm very happy with the way it's gone. And my sear wheel as well, because that's my way of mixing in my breakdance background with this new circus world.
Ooh, my movement piece, because it was a new discipline for me and I hadn't do anything like that before, and it came out really well. I was really happy with the character work, and the movement in general was quite good. I was very proud of how it came out.
My favourite thing about being here is probably just spending time with all the people here, because like everyone's so nice and like you have fun, like you mess about, you do cool things and stuff like that. Something I don't enjoy, maybe, I think this might just be just because we're in first year, but like having to do everything and like not having an option to just not do things and like spend time working on things you particularly want to work on, but like even that's not a big thing.
My favourite thing about being on the course is probably being able to juggle and train whenever I want and live with like one of my best friends. My least favourite thing, being away from my dog.
My favourite thing is probably, I'd say, the people I met. The circus community is a good community to be a part of, to be honest. There's a lot of nice people, and there's people who can learn a lot from you, and there's people you can learn a lot from, and often they're one and the same. So I'd say the community is probably my favourite thing. My least favourite, living away from home's quite expensive, maybe that. I'm not too sure about my least favourite, actually.
My favourite thing is that I get to meet new people and learn new disciplines. It's really nice to be able to work with big groups of people instead of it just being individual. And it's nice to see how others have learned different disciplines and how they're progressing in their own discipline or whatever they want to go into.
I think my favourite thing about being here is also my least favourite thing about being here, which is the challenge. Because I do like a challenge and I like being pushed out of my comfort zone, but sometimes that's really difficult to do every single day. It's a good thing for me because it's going to prepare me for a lot of different things in the industry. But sometimes you just really just want to do things you're comfortable with.
My favourite thing about this course is probably the performing and like the assignments and stuff. My least favourite thing is probably the written stuff, but that's probably because I'm dyslexic and just can't write.
At the moment, we're working on the end of year show for Circomedia, and I don't have a whole lot to do performance-wise in the show, apart from like ensemble work, but I do a lot of like setting up stagehand work, rigging, and just generally organising of the show. And it's been interesting because it's the second major show we've done with the first and the second years, it being the second year's final show, so they've created it all. There's been highs and there's been lows, I think, dependent on the stress levels of teachers and students and energy levels. It can very much go up and down quite quickly.
I don't really do much in the show. I do a little bit of juggling. There's one move that I keep getting wrong, but yeah. They keep changing things around. Yeah, it's a lot of stop-start when you kind of like put it together. But it's getting there.
It's quite long, but we're getting there. There's that actual show now, which is cool. I'm doing some macro, and some aerial, some manipulation, and some dance.
We're making the end of your show. It's an interesting process, gotta be honest. The show in all is really good. I think the acts are amazing and the people doing it are amazing. It's a slow process, but it's getting there.
The overall process I'm quite enjoying because like it's like I'm getting to do a lot more like technical stuff like rigging and striking objects and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
So the show's good fun. I'm really enjoying making the show, and I like the whole process of creating the acts, teching it, dress run, all that sort of stuff. The only issues with the show is with us being the main focus as the second years, the bits that we don't like so much or that we're not proud of, we still go out there and do it. But if the audience doesn't get it or doesn't enjoy it, and you know that's going to happen and you have to do it anyway, it's your face that they're seeing. It's not your opinion saying, I don't like this bit so much. So regardless of what you think, you have to do it. Luckily, nothing in the show is too bad. There's some bits that I might change, given full directorial control. So far, I've been enjoying it. I quite like the acts I perform, and a lot of small filler bits are good fun, at least. So I think it will be a memorable performance, and I'll have this to look back on it. So I think it should be a good time.
Yeah, I do want to have a career in circus. I don't know, maybe like do the FDA or something like that. Or maybe just go work and do circus.
Definitely pursue circus afterwards. I think that I'll either take a year off education and teach myself as I'm doing now in other circus spaces and just learn from myself. Or afterwards, maybe go to National Centre, BTEC. Thinking of auditioning there, but it's a really hard place to get in, one of the hardest, so I'm gonna have to see how that goes.
After the BTEC course, I really want to audition for other circus schools to get like a higher qualification. Yeah. Probably Montreal. It's amazing. And I really want to go back. I went there for like a summer camp thing that I auditioned to, and I was the only one from Britain, and everyone was like, oh my god, your accent is so cool. I was like a celebrity.
My plans after the BTEC at the moment are to try and apply for a drama school again, mainly for straight acting and physical theatre. And then if that doesn't work out, I currently have an agent and I've got a couple of ongoing projects that would span probably that time, and I try and get like extra work, filming work, stage work, whatever I can. And I think I will stay in the circus community and just really try and up my skills, but it's not something that I'm set on. But circus is still a very important part of physical theatre, so it is important that I can do it and I have experience, because any experience is good.
Circus is what I want to do professionally. After the BTEC, I want to do the FDA for 2 years and hopefully get onto the BA. And then after that, I'd probably like to go to doc, maybe do that for a couple of years. And then my goal after doc is to get into Le Lido in France. It's like my main goal.
Come September, I'll be joining the degree course here at Circomedia, which would be good. It's a familiar environment. I know I respond well to the teaching styles, and I've met people that have come out of the degree, so I'm confident it's where I need to be to progress. I'd love to pursue a career in performing, to be honest. I think it's what I've set my mind to, and it's what I've been working hard to achieve. And with all these shows and different experiences on the BTEC, it's all just good preparation. And so, yeah, I think I can see myself spending a career performing. And, you know, not just that, I'll teach on the side and do little things like that. But I think I would love to perform. And cut! Yeah. Action! Yes, I'll start again. Action. Hi guys, I'm Mark.
Are you going?
Thank you.